Pause everything you're doing right now because what I'm about to reveal goes beyond mere gossip. It's the headline-grabbing controversy of the decade. The internet is ablaze, gossip sites are in utter chaos, and whispers echo through every corner of the streets, all centered on one name, Chrissy Lampkin. Yes, the very same Chrissy who rose to fame fueled by drama, dazzling diamonds, and unwavering dipset loyalty now faces the unforgiving spotlight of a courtroom's final judgment. Insiders confirm that Chrissy has been officially exposed for lying under oath about her scandalous affair with Cameron. Yes, you heard that correctly. Cameron, the dipset Dawn star, Jim Jones's once trusted confidant turned secret lover. How did this tangled web unravel? Was it fueled by desire, deceit, or sheer impulsiveness? Or did Chrissy genuinely think she could manipulate the legal system just as she did the cast of Love and Hip Hop? This betrayal cuts far deeper than anyone ever expected. Friendships shattered, families torn apart, and the evidence allegedly endless. And Jim Jones's response? It will leave you utterly speechless. Think you've witnessed drama before? Trust me, this is just the beginning. Stay tuned. This is the explosive revelation the world has been waiting for, and believe me, it is about to get even messier. There's an old saying, play dirty, and you'll get a dirty outcome. For Chrissy Lampkin, that outcome looks a lot like cold, hard jail time. The courtroom doors slammed shut behind her, but it wasn't the sound of the gavel that left everyone stunned. It was the sheer boldness of the story unfolding inside. Chrissy Lampkin, once a reality TV queen who strode across screens like she owned the network, was now the center of a scandal so tangled and shocking, even the most experienced court watchers were blinking in disbelief. At the core of it all lies a web of lies, betrayal, and one name that has cast a shadow over the dipset legacy for years: Cameron. For months, whispers swirled. Was there more than friendship between Chrissy and Cameron? Was it all just dipset family loyalty? Or had blurred lines crossed into outright betrayal? The internet churned out theories faster than Chrissy could. Upload her next selfie. But until now, it was all just wild rumor and speculation. That changed the moment she spoke in court. According to explosive testimony and leaked court documents, rumored to have been secretly handed off to select bloggers, Chrissy Lampkin stood before a judge and swore under oath that she never had an inappropriate relationship with Cameron. Chrissy swore up and down that she was nothing more than a devoted fiancée to Jim Jones, a woman unfairly targeted by jealous haters and opportunists looking to bring her down. But here's the harsh reality about lying under oath. It is not just a PR nightmare, it's perjury. And perjury? That's a one-way ticket straight to prison. Court insiders painted a vivid picture of the moment the prosecution dropped their bombshell. They unveiled a private video, grainy and shaky but undeniably incriminating, showing Chrissy and Cameron far too intimate during what was supposedly a business meeting. And by intimate, we're not talking casual side hugs or polite small talk. We're talking full-on lip locks, secluded booths, and whispered exchanges that no legitimate business negotiation ever required. The jury's collective intake of breath was audible. Jim Jones, seated at the back, reportedly buried his face in his hands. Chrissy remained stoic, her gaze fixed ahead, jaw clenched tightly as if to withstand the storm. Just when you thought it could not get worse, text messages between Chrissy and Cameron were read aloud in court. Messages dripping with familiarity, flirtation, secret rendezvous plans, and warnings to keep things under wraps. If you listened closely, you could almost hear Dipset fans gasping in disbelief across the nation. To be fair, Chrissy has never exactly been a model of subtlety. Long before this scandal exploded, she carved out a reality TV career on drama, confrontations, and unforgettable meltdowns. Remember the infamous punch that echoed worldwide when she struck Camilla on Love and Hip Hop? Or the countless emotional scenes where she demanded Jim Jones to put a ring on it, screaming and sobbing in front of millions? Chrissy didn't just chase drama, she embodied it. And now, that same hunger for chaos seems to have landed her squarely on the wrong side of the law. But hold on, it gets even messier. Just when you thought Chrissy facing perjury charges was headline enough, Whispers are swirling about what really pushed her to lie under oath. As always, anonymous insiders are spilling the tea. And guess what? Chrissy wasn't just covering for herself. No, according to these sources, she was trying to shield a much darker, far more tangled secret involving Cameron, Jim Jones, and some seriously shady business deals. Word is, Chrissy feared that if her private ties to Cameron were exposed, it would unravel a whole web of financial schemes within the Dipset circle, rumors of money laundering, off-the-books investments, and hush-hush side hustles that no one wanted the feds snooping into. So in her mind, lying under oath wasn't just about protecting her reputation, it was about protecting everything. But here's the harsh truth. Courts do not care about your reasons. Lie under oath, and you're done. And right now, Chrissy Lampkin's situation isn't just dire. It's absolutely scorched. If the embarrassment wasn't enough, Courtroom. Sketches of Chrissy looking pale, stiff, and visibly shaken exploded across social media within minutes. She quickly became the latest viral meme, with captions like, "From love and hip-hop to lies and lockup," and Chrissy's new hit show, Courtroom Confessions, flooding Instagram and Twitter. Meanwhile, Cameron has gone radio silent. No statements, no posts, not even a half-hearted Instagram pretending he's too blessed to be stressed. And Jim Jones? According to those same insiders, he's devastated, humiliated, and quietly plotting his next move. Because let's face it, even the fiercest loyalty only lasts so long when public disgrace shows up uninvited at your mansion. By the end of day one in court, one thing was crystal clear. Chrissy Lampkin wasn't just battling a PR disaster. She was fighting for her freedom. She was fighting for her freedom. And if the prosecution's case kept stacking up like it did during those opening arguments, Chrissy wouldn't just lose the trial. She'd lose everything she had spent years battling to build. But what happened next pushed this scandal into the realm of pure disaster. The prosecution wasn't finished yet. No, they had one final ace hidden away, a witness. A witness nobody expected. The moment this person took the stand, Chrissy's defense, her relationships, and her reputation began to crumble, right before everyone's eyes. The courtroom was thick with tension, so heavy it felt almost tangible. Journalists, bloggers, and onlookers leaned in, eyes wide, phones at the ready to capture and broadcast the next explosive headline. Then, the courtroom doors swung open. In stepped the mystery witness, calm, collected, clutching a thick folder stuffed with documents. The room buzzed with whispered guesses. Who could it be? A former friend betrayed? An ex-assistant with a grudge? No one had a clue. The judge called for silence. The figure removed their sunglasses, revealing themselves as none other than a former Dipset tour manager. Let's call him Mr. X for legal reasons. A collective hush fell over the courtroom. Mr. X came prepared with receipts, actual receipts, emails, wire transfers, handwritten notes, and even transcripts of late-night phone calls. According to Mr. X, Chrissy and Cameron's so-called business meetings had been happening far longer than anyone suspected. Years, not months. "We covered for them," Mr. X stated flatly, his voice steely and precise. Entire trips had been disguised as Dipset promo runs, hotel bills hidden under fake company names, drivers paid to keep silent, and venues rented through shell companies. To ensure privacy. "Meet in private," the courtroom echoed in disbelief. Bloggers raced to type faster than ever. The clincher? Mr. X claimed Jim Jones was completely in the dark, totally oblivious, so consumed with preserving the Dipset brand, he never saw the betrayal unfolding right under his nose. As the testimony continued, even more shocking evidence came to light. Photos, reportedly taken by private investigators hired by suspicious insiders, showed Cameron and Chrissy boarding private jets together, checking into hotels just hours apart, yet leaving. Side by side the next morning, one image even captured Cameron handing Chrissy what looked like a diamond necklace outside a now-shuttered Atlanta nightclub. The internet blew up. Hashtags like Josh Chrissy lies, Why Josh Dipset scandal, and Josh Cameron Gate dominated social media feeds for days. Memes flooded every corner of the web. One viral image placed Chrissy's courtroom sketch side by side with the Mona Lisa, both sporting the same deadpan stare, captioned, "When you realize lying under oath was never worth it." On day 7, Chrissy's legal team shocked everyone by calling Cameron as a surprise witness. Cameras were barred from the courtroom, but rumors spread fast. Cameron had arrived at the courthouse, hood pulled low, flanked by security. What followed? No one was prepared. Courtroom sketches showed Cameron taking the stand, smirking, the very same smirk Dipset fans instantly recognized. Then came the moment everyone was waiting for. The attorney posed the million-dollar question. "Mr. Giles, did you have an inappropriate relationship with Ms. Lampkin?" Silence fell like a heavy blanket. You could almost hear the courtroom clock ticking. Cameron leaned into the microphone and said, "Define inappropriate." Chaos erupted. Whispers and gasps filled the room. The judge slammed the gavel, shouting, "Order!" But Cameron's ambiguous answer sent the internet into a full meltdown. Headlines screamed, "The damage is done!" Chrissy's defense began to crumble, her credibility evaporating under the weight of the evidence. The prosecution pounced relentlessly, with the stage set for the most ruthless chapter yet, the sentencing. The question wasn't whether Chrissy Lampkin would be convicted, but how devastating the fallout would be. Outside, the courthouse resembled a battlefield. Reporters swarmed the doors, and fans pressed against barricades, cell phones raised, desperate to catch even a blurry glimpse of Chrissy Lampkin. You could almost hear the collective gasp ripple through the internet as the judge prepared to deliver the verdict everyone had been waiting for, the sentence. Inside the courtroom, Chrissy sat stiff and silent, surrounded by her legal team. The confident, glamorous defiance she once wore like a designer accessory had drained from her face. Jim Jones was nowhere to be found. Cameron, true to form, vanished into the New York night without a single word. The judge, described by insiders as stone-faced and unimpressed by the spectacle of celebrity drama, wasted no time. The courtroom fell so silent you could hear the frantic scribbling of reporters' pens on notepads. "Ms. Lampkin," the judge began, "you have been found guilty of perjury and obstruction of justice for knowingly providing false testimony under oath regarding your relationship with Mr. Cameron Giles, also known as Cameron. The evidence against you was overwhelming." Chrissy's lawyers pleaded for leniency, citing her emotional distress, her history of charitable work, including a highly publicized but questioned foundation for hip-hop women entrepreneurs, and, of course, her loyal reality TV fan base. But the judge was unmoved. "You flaunted your influence," the judge said. "You treated this courtroom like just another reality show set. You're about to learn that the justice system does not operate on scripted drama." The sentence, 12 months behind bars, 5 years probation, and mandatory community service. The courtroom erupted. One spectator shouted, "Not my queen!" Another muttered, "She finally got what was coming to her." The news went nuclear. Chrissy's sentence trended worldwide. Memes flooded every social platform. One particularly savage post showed Chrissy photoshopped in an orange jumpsuit on the Love and Hip Hop logo, now cleverly rebranded Lies and Lockup. The Chrissy Chronicles were now fodder for late-night comedians. An imaginary talk show clip went viral, the host delivering a punchline. Chrissy always wanted Jim to put a ring on it. Guess what? The court just slapped her with an ankle bracelet instead. But wait, it got even messier. Within 24 hours of Chrissy's sentencing, rumors swirled that VH1 had greenlit a special 2-part docuseries chronicling her legal downfall. Tentatively titled From Diamonds to Defendants, The Chrissy Lampkin Story, the project promised exclusive footage, jailhouse interviews, and shocking revelations that the court itself could not touch. Dipset fans were divided. Some die-hard supporters claimed the whole case was a federal setup. Chrissy was being targeted because of her powerful hip-hop connections. "This is bigger than Chrissy," one fan tweeted. "This was a takedown of Dipset, period." Others were less sympathetic, convinced the truth had finally caught up with the queen of reality TV drama. "Chrissy played with fire and got burned," read a viral Instagram caption beneath a clip of Chrissy crying in court. But the fallout wasn't just hers to bear. Sources close to the situation revealed that Jim Jones had gone completely ghost, His phone switched off, his social media wiped clean. His last post, a cryptic black screen with the words, "Sometimes silence says it all," instantly became the internet's new obsession. Speculation exploded everywhere like wildfire, sweeping through social media feeds, gossip columns, and late-night conversations with the force of a storm. Fans, friends, and foes alike scrambled to piece together what had really happened between Jim and Chrissy. Had Jim finally left Chrissy? For good, walking away from years of love, loyalty, and scandal? Or was this just the calm before a far more explosive storm? Rumors swirled wildly. Some whispered that Jim was furious beyond measure, hurt not only by betrayal but also by the public humiliation he suffered. There was talk that he might be gearing up for a high-stakes legal battle, a lawsuit that could shake Chrissy to her core, dragging all their dirty laundry into the harsh spotlight of a courtroom. On the other hand, a few voices floated a different theory altogether, one that captured the imagination of many. What if Jim, ever the savvy businessman, was quietly cooking up a deal behind closed doors? The kind of deal that would turn his heartbreak and humiliation into cold, hard cash. There were murmurs about a possible Netflix documentary, a tell-all series titled something like Jim Jones, The Betrayal Diaries. The premise alone had the internet buzzing. Imagine Jim peeling back the layers of his life, revealing the secrets, the pain, the deception, and the truth behind the headlines. Such a move would not only reassert his power, but also control the narrative, turning the victim into the storyteller. Meanwhile, as the rumors and theories grew louder by the day, Cameron kept up his trademark enigmatic silence. True to his mysterious persona, he refused to address the drama directly or give any hints about his feelings or next moves. For a full week after the sentencing, an event that many expected would ignite a public outcry or at least a social media war, Cameron remained radio silent, offering nothing but an unshakable coolness. The silence only fueled speculation further. Was he indifferent? Was he planning a strategic comeback? Or was he simply savoring the moment of victory in his own private way? Then, just when the internet thought the story had reached its peak, Cameron dropped a casual but provocative bombshell, a courtside photo from a recent Knicks game. The image captured him sitting confidently among the roaring crowd, perfectly composed and unbothered. The caption was as cryptic as it was bold. "Still winning, the audacity, the disrespect." That short sentence sparked a frenzy. Fans and critics alike dissected the words, debating their meaning, their intent, and who exactly he was aiming at. Was it a direct jab at Jim? A message to Chrissy? Or just a statement of self-assured defiance in the face of chaos? The photo spread like wildfire across social media platforms, shared and reshared by thousands within minutes. Memes were created, tweets flooded timelines, and comment sections overflowed with hot takes, hot goss, and wild theories. Some admired Cameron's audacity, applauding his ability to rise above the drama and still win despite the circumstances. Others saw it as a disrespectful slap, a public taunt that showed he was unbothered by the pain he had caused or endured. Whatever the truth, one thing was certain. Cameron had mastered the art of staying relevant, of turning silence into noise, and of making every move count. And as the drama continued to unfold, the world watched, hungry for the next twist in this tangled story of betrayal, power, and survival. Backstage, Chrissy's team scrambled desperately to control the damage. Rumors surfaced that she planned to file an appeal, claiming celebrity bias had poisoned her trial. But the court of public opinion had already passed its harsh judgment. Even fake legal experts on YouTube jumped in to weigh the case. One blunt verdict echoed across the web. The only bias here was Chrissy thinking she could outsmart a judge the way she once manipulated reality show producers. The hits just kept coming. In a shocking twist, a tell-all book deal allegedly leaked. The Price of Fame, My Side of the Story by Chrissy Lampkin. Industry insiders buzzed, wondering if it would be a raw confession or just another spin to rewrite her history. And just when the public thought the saga was over, whispers surfaced that federal investigators were quietly probing the financial mess tangled up in the scandal. Her sentence might only be the start, an insider murmured. There's a lot of money moving in strange ways. If Chrissy thought this was the finale, she is in for a rude awakening. Tabloids screamed. The Dipset family, once the poster image of loyalty and flash, was now fractured. Cameron silent. Jim Jones gone. Chrissy locked up. Meanwhile, fans watched the drama unfold like the final season of the messiest show no one